Is this like the real leader they're talking to? Let me see. Wait. Wait, what? Oh, don't you fucking say that. Oh. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're going to be getting back into Shippuden episodes 125 and 126. Hope y'all are doing well. What's going on right now? What's going on? Oh, yeah, y'all. I feel like earlier when I was starting Naruto, it was probably back when I was recording classic Naruto. I was like, I think I mentioned a few times in my videos that I was playing some old games again. I was playing Maple Story. It was like old school server. And now, you know, I've stopped since then. I kind of got my kick, got my little feel. But now I'm on another kick, y'all. I'm on another kick. I'm playing some goddamn old school RuneScape again. I don't know how many of y'all are gamers, but for me, like, usually I get like hyper fixated on one game at a time. It's always been that way for me. Growing up, it was always like an MMORPG. And that was like League of Legends, Overwatch. Rocket League's been my big game for the past, you know, since probably like when the pandemic began. I've way too many hours in that game. And now I'm going back to RuneScape. But I've always get hyper fixated, and then eventually a lot of these games I'm like, oh yeah, like I remember how much fun that was. Let me go and get back into it. Especially the MMORPGs. There's something about the huge scale of the world and whatnot that I always really enjoy. They need to make an MMORPG for Naruto. That'd be fucking sick. Can you imagine having like different kind of classes using the different like change of chakra techniques and like, I don't know, you got like a special ability if you're like an UCHIHA, you can use Sharingan and shit. I know they got like fighting games. Like I think I had mentioned that if any of y'all are new to the channel, that when I was starting classic Naruto, I explained that my like only real experience I've had with the Naruto universe at all was through a fighting game that my friend had on GameCube, and I would play Gaara all the time on it, which is part of the reason I like Gaara so much. But yeah, I feel like they could make some killer games in the Naruto universe. It'd be sick. I've always wanted that for like, you know, I'm a One Piece fan, so I like would be like, man, a One Piece like action adventure game or an MMO would be sick as well. Like the universes are so cool and huge. It'd be just so cool. Maybe like, I don't know. You think about like trying to like get into like development of like video games and stuff, and then you're like, okay, well, imagine trying to get like the licensing rights to like a IP like this. It'd be freaking ridiculous, man. Anyways, enough of video games. Let's go recap the character names from last time. We gave MVP to Sasuke and his Sharingan and analytical ability. Just, you know, Datara's powers were so unique, and I don't know, man. Like, you can't have the foresight to really be able to counter that very easily. But with Sharingan, you don't really need foresight. You know, you have such great visibility in front of you, but even then, you need the great analytical ability, the fast thinking. And Sasuke is definitely that, man. It's wild how great he is at deciphering his opponent. You know, just in general, seeing Sasuke like so independent in his fighting and whatnot. He's come up so much. Obviously, him killing off Orochimaru really showed that too, but we didn't get to really see a full-fledged fight. This was really cool to see. For the best moment, we gave that to Datara, and you know, him kind of just crashing out a little bit on you know, his disdain for the Sharingan eyes, just like the lack of any kind of acknowledgement or care. You know, they look like they're too cool for school. I just thought the voice acting was cool, and I don't know. I like how it connects to Datara's like, you know, need for his art to be so, you know, acknowledged by everybody. It's like it invalidates his existence or his means to life kind of thing. For the funniest moment, we gave that to Toby. Just, dude, Toby's Toby, man. He's whenever he gets on screen, he seems to thrive a lot with the characters. He's great comedic relief. And then we skipped over the Sacco. Cello's making some crazy noises out there. Cello, she's the white cat. She'll play with birds. I don't know if any of y'all can hear that. I don't know. But then she starts howling. She's like, she like wants to play, but she also like wants to like show me her kill. Let's see. You trying to come in? What you got for me? It's literally like a bird on a stick, and she'll hunt the bird and she'll have it and she'll make those crazy war cries and like, you know, show it to us and like drop the bird. But then sometimes she'll just pick up the bird and then chase the other end of the stick. She's like, ooh, the stick. And she'll just chase on. She'll play with herself like a dog. It's ridiculous. Like she'll bring the stick up to us and be like, oh, I'm ready to play. Anyways, y'all, I think we can go ahead and get into these episodes. If y'all do enjoy these, consider dropping a like, subscribe, and all that good YouTube stuff to support the channel. I appreciate all of y'all being here to watch with me. Yeah, let's go ahead and get in these episodes. Datara, you crazy fuck. Kind of seems like Datara and Toby were actually like kind of friends. Cats! One last cats. Jeez, bro. An explosion indeed, Datara. Oh, they can all see it? Dude. I didn't think about that. So is everyone gonna like conjoin on this spot and like shit about to go down? It's kind of interesting they can tell by like the chakra who's who. I wonder if like each chakra is like kind of like that unique. I wonder what that did. Dude, Zetsu's like it's interesting how the two different voices, how different they are. It literally, I'm like literally always like confused up for a second. I'm like, oh wait, no, that's still him talking. I saw it. Damn it. Okay, so some confirmation there. Definitely was. He had good ability. Himself. Bro, no. Dude, they can't be killing off all these characters. That chicken. Yeah, Datara's got a unique ability. Yeah, for real. He's very talented in that way. Gonna mourn it. Interesting. Here she goes again. She's coming with her stick toy. Cello, I'm recording right now. How do you get Sasuke's blood? Oh. Is that one snake? Yeah. What the hell? Damn. So he summoned that? So he summoned him and then used Genjutsu to kind of have it block at the blow or take the blow. Damn, dude. He killed him.
オロチマルの一番のペットでしょ。動物はもっと大切にしなきゃ。無理やり現実かけてさ。
ギリギリだったからな。そんな余裕はなかった。
いた。やっぱりここか。急にチャクラが消えたからどうしたのかと思えば飛んでたのか。
マンダの中に入って時空間忍術で別空間へ飛んで逃げたのはいいけど、なんでそんなにボロボロなの？
Into a different dimension, bro?
マンダと一緒に爆風を受けた。相手は暁だ。思った以上のやり手でな。
傷だらけのサスケもかっこいい。
とにかく少し休養を取らないとね。
Bad boy.
だらしね。それでもオロチマルをやった男かよ。
オロチマルはもともと弱っていた。それだけの話だ。
It's a good point. I feel like that's like kind of nice that they confirmed that. Like if Orochimaru was at full strength, it might have been a different story of the fight, you know? Or at least would have been more even. Got some sad boy vibes out here.
お体に触りますよ。冷酷なあなたが今何を考えているのか、それはわかりませんが、ここからだと泣いてるように見えますよ。弟さんのことなら残念でしたね。これで内派一族はあなた一人になってしまう。
Yeah, man. Whether it was your brother or not, that'd be weird to experience being the last one alive of your race kind of thing.
あいつは死んでない。それに。
He knows.
どういうことです？雨が止んだな。
Is that the blast radius? Dude, that's insane. It literally looks like a freaking meteor came down or asteroid.
気になって駆けつけたようだね。
何があったんだ。タスケくんがさっきまでここにいた形跡があるの。
あいつの匂いがかすかだが漂っている。いくつか他の匂いも残ってる。
この地形の傷跡からしてここで戦闘があったと考えられる。
やっぱりだ。この他の匂いの一つは街で嗅いだサスケの匂いと混じってたやつだ。どうやらサスケの近くについて一緒に行動している奴らがいるようだ。同伴者がいる。
Just wait till Sakura meets Kurin. She's gonna beat the shit out of her. I guess she kind of technically met her, or at least passed by her.
他の5つの匂いのうち1つは暁のデイダラと呼ばれていた男。
あいつは自爆してカカシ先生の術で異空間に飛ばされたんじゃ。
どうやら自爆に見せかけて逃げていたということのようだな。で、奴ら暁はツーマンセルで行動するから残りは3つ。サスケはフォーマンセルで行動している。
何人だろうと関係ねえ。さっさとサスケの匂いを追うってばよ。
それがダメなんだ。
なんで？
匂いがここでなくなってる。
どういうことだ？
He transported.
こういう場合はサスケが爆発で跡形もなく消した。
I want to learn a lot more about like the transportation jutsu.
忍術で飛んだと考えるのが。
Yeah, with like the yellow flash having it, Sasuke having it now.
どうやら後者のようだな。今の俺は犬以上に鼻が利く。見つけたぜサスケ。
How's it more keen?
花とは成長したなキバ。さすがは犬塚家だ。
キバ、案内してくれ。
Dude, it's good seeing Kiba again, man. Kiba, Shino, Hinata. I still haven't watched that one filler arc where like they're all in it a lot more. I still plan to go back and watch that on my own time. Pain? Is this why all y'all fuckers keep on saying, you will know pain? Is it because his name's Pain?
で、サスケの方いい感じだ。シャリンガンの力を十二分に発揮していた。あれはイタチ以上の目になる。機は熟した。奴も覚悟は決ま
Oh,
った。
this is another Katsuki member.
そう長くはないからな。じゃあ、キュービの方、お前が彼。リーダーとして失敗は許さん。
Dude, it's crazy seeing his full face head on. So they did call him Pain, right? That was his name. Connecting the dots here, y'all. I'm connecting. Big brain Josh coming in.
イタチをやるって言ってたくせにこんなざまじゃしばらくは動けねえぞ。
ここんところ歩き詰めだったからちょうどいい。
Of course, Segus is happy about that.
何にもしなかった君には言われたくないね。
水月、カリンよりイタチの情報は集まったのか。
ボロボロのてめえが偉そうに言ってんじゃねえよ。
暁って奴らの情報はいくつか掴んだが、イタチについてのはっきりしたものはなかったよ。
うちはゼロ。
ただ奴らはある特定の人物。
They're doing a great job, man. Zero data.
特別なチャクラ。
It's a cool frame of the nine tail behind him.
暁のアジトをいくつか把握した。
Wait, he can understand animals too?
その周辺ではいつも大きく嫌なチャクラを感じるらしい。動物たちはそう言ってる。
Yeah, that's pretty dope. You can talk to them.
たちもチャクラを感じ取ることができるのか。
Life force, man.
まるでカリンみたいだね。
Oh my god, dude. Uh-oh. Dude, Sasuke's really hurt. He's gonna be able to contain him?
落ち着け15
With the Sharingan he can. It's your fault, Kurian. You got him all riled up with your punching. Yeah, he literally used the last of his energy there to stop him. It's kind of interesting how carrying there for Sasuke already, because like when he was recruiting them, they're all kind of, I mean, Jugo wasn't this way, but they were a little bit more selfish, I'd say. I mean, I don't want to make it seem like it was bad, but they weren't like super excited to join him.
君はそうやって僕を挑発して何を企んでるんだい？前にも言ったと思うけど、自分の目的のためにも助けから離れるつもりはないよ。
別にうちは何も企んでるわけじゃなくて。
She trying to get that Sasuke boy.
の気持ちを。
俺には
She wants some one-on-one Sharingan time, dude.
君まろの代わりになるのはサスケだけなんだ。サスケは俺の檻になると言ってくれた。さっきのように俺の衝動を止められるのは今はサスケしかいない。
こいつはどうあれ、その檻ってやつに鍵なんてかかってないんだ。いつでも誰でも抜け出せる。なのにな。
Yeah. I mean, he did, you know, kind of, I don't want to say save them. Sagutsu he saved. Karin was kind of doing her own thing, I guess. But I guess they found a leader, right? Once you find a leader, you just trust them. Damn. Squad is going deep with all those dogs, too. Oh, man, dude. Are they going to run into Sasuke, bro? This would be insane.
渦巻きナルト、あれはただのガキではなくなった。
Seems like this civilization knows a lot more about the world than I thought.
一撃であの各自の命を2つ削った。
ターゲットを恐るべしとする言葉は塵に等しい。ペインは負けたことがないのだから。
Jeez.
ま、それもそうだ。
Is this like the real leader they're talking to? Like, is Pain not
話は終わりだ。
not the leader?
他のメンバーに残りの陣中力を急がせろ。分かっている。
What a name, dude.
するのもあとわずか。
Yeah.
そうなれば全てが本来の形に戻るのだ。
Let me see.
シャリンガンの本当の力が。
Wait.
このウチハマダラの力が。
So wait, what? I have so many questions.
また空が泣き出した。
Was that Toby?
あなた。
Bro, what the fuck, dude? Okay, wait. So one was that Toby. I mean, at least have the same mask. I don't want to say it's Toby because it sounded very different. 2, Madara Uchiha? Isn't that who the Nine-Tail mentioned to like Sasuke? Yeah. Chakra as sinister or more sinister than mine or as sinister as Madara Uchiha back in the day or whatever. So this guy is an old Uchiha. But like why? Yeah, like how old is he? Why is he part of this city or this civilization? Damn, dude. What a cool twist there. Really cool.
ジライヤか何か分かったのか。
暁のリーダーの居場所を掴んだぞ。
本当か詳しく話せ。その情報をもとにすぐ。
Which leader is he talking about? The real one?
そう焦るな。
Or
お前の
the so-called Pain?
のんびりしてられるか。
そう焦るとろくなことはないぞ。特に大事な賭けをするときはの。どうだ久しぶりに二人っきりで外で酒でも飲まないか。話はそこでしてやる。
バカ。私はおかげだぞ。昼間から酒とはなんだ。夢中の忍びたちに。
There they go.
もう少し自分の言葉に責任持った方がいいぞ。一生瓶をラッパ飲みとは彼にもほかげなんだしの。
How quickly it changes, huh? I was literally about to, before they flashed out, I was about to say, wow, look how much Tsunade has grown.
買い出しにいつまでかかってる。
さっさと夜にならねえかな。15と水月が寝入ったら猫みのサスケを襲ってやるぜ。
Bro.
興奮する。
Jeez. Gotta get Sakura over here and give her a good whack in the face.
これは
You can feel them all coming.
集中してかすかなサスケの匂いだけを追ってんだ。
間違いない。ここにどんどん近づいてくる。一つ二つ、チャクラもそれなりの大きさ。とにかくかなりの数だ。
I wonder if she could like sense the Nine Tails chakra like within Naruto.
感じる。
Oh, no, that's the dogs.
月か、それとも木の葉の追っ手か。
Just the hidden leaf. Don't worry.
僕は少しカリンの様子を見てくるよ。
God damn it.
起きろ、サスケ。追っ手だ。どうする？寝起きのサスケもいい。
逃げるぞ。準備しろ。15、お前は地図に分かっている暁のアジトの場所を全て記しておけ。
もういいのかい、サスケ。
ああ、オロチマルの力を取り込んでから傷の治りが早い。これが白蛇の力か。
暁にしろ。この
Yeah, I wonder why. He's healing a lot faster because of him.
待ち伏せしたらどうだ、サスケ。
追っ手の人数がお前の話通りなら、そいつらは十中八九木の葉の奴らだ。暁は必ずツーマンセルで動く。
だとすると待ち伏せしても時間の無駄になるね。
そういうことだ。木の葉は放っておけ。
Yeah, he just probably wants to avoid them, right? Like,
したイタチを見つけたら最悪木の葉はお前たちで止めろ。とりあえず俺たちヘビは15が集めた情報に従い暁のアジトを手当たり次第に
分かったよ。
行くぞ。
少し手伝ってくれ。
なんだ。
小鳥を集められるだけ集めてくれねえかな。
何をする気だ。
前に着てたサスケの服だ。汗の染みついたこの服で。
サスケが捨てた服をなんでお前が持ってる。
oh my god. Jesus Christ.
もったいねえけど。感知タイプの忍びも里によって傾向があるのさ。木の葉は
Damn,
探
that's
索に
pretty
犬の
smart.
花をよく使う。それを逆手に取ってやるんだよ。
Yeah, using their strengths against them.
どうしたキバ。
やばい。サスケが移動し始めたぜ。
急ぐってばよ。サスケはイタチを追ってんだ。
ちょっと待て。おかしいぞ。サスケの匂いが分散してる。それもものすごい数で四方に散らばってんぞ。こっちの動きに気づいて何らかの策を取った。
気づくってどうやって？
どんな能力かわからないが、まあおそらくかなり優れた感知タイプの忍びが向こうにいるな。距離がありすぎる。無線じゃ誘導できないぜ。止めるのは俺だけ。しかも一つの匂いだけだ。どうする？
こうなったら草の根を分けても探してやる。手当たり次第だってばよ。多重影分身の術。
この先か。お前たちは命令するまで待機しろ。俺が見てくる。
Who the fuck is this?
誰だ？
Satachi?
サスケ。
Dude.
あいつはうちがイタチ。
Dude, I'm like shaking almost. I'm like nervous.
渦巻きナルト。
Oh my god.
俺を捕まえに来たのか。
いや違う。ただ少し話をしに来ただけだ。
こんなもん信用できるかってばよ。シャリンガンを相手にするときは
Yeah, don't look in his eyes.
必ず逃げろ。2対1なら後ろを取れたって話。こいつの場合韻を結んでからの指の動きだけでもターゲットを現実にはめる。気をつけねえと。
お前が一人なのは知っている。なぜ逃げない？
俺の人数は1人から1000人。それに逃げるわけねえだろ。お前を捕まえりゃサスケに会えんだからな。
It's not like Naruto to run, man.
あいつは抜け人だろ。
少なくともお前なんかよりあいつのことを兄弟だと思っているからだ。
That little smirk, man.
お前はすでに現実の中だ。もう一度お前と少し話がしたいだけだ。
で、
Damn, dude, this shit's crazy right now.
雨隠れの里に
Hidden Rain?
しかし
The Hidden Rain's the one that has the coolest architecture.
中の監視を徹底する国だ。合同中任試験の手続きでさえ毎回困難を極めるほど深刻で閉鎖的な里だ。暁のリーダーが起き回れるような里じゃないはずだがな。
だが厳格な里だからこそだな。自国の内情を他国に知られぬよう管理を徹底し、その恥を隠してきた。
恥？
あの国ではどうやら随分前から内戦が続き、里も二分されとるらしい。その一方の王様暁のリーダーと同一人物だという噂がある。
あの国は土、風、火の三大国に囲まれ、昔からそれらの大国同士の
It's a lot smaller too.
そのため内政も安定せず、安民ばかりが増えたらしいからな。
だからのとりあえず情報が確かかどうか まずわしが潜入して調べて
God, dude.
作戦はそれからだの。
一人じゃ危険すぎる。
わしはこの葉の3人だぞ。
Yeah, boy.
悪いな。いつもそんな役回りを押し付けて。
なんだ急に。
影になるべきは本来お前だったということだ。
He didn't want to be the Hokage, bro.
わしはそんな柄じゃない。
オロチマルを止められなかったことを悔い、ずっとオロチマルの動きを一人で調べ回っていたのだろう。
もうその必要もなくなった。これで小説の続編も早く出せるって。
事実は小説よりきなりだな。まさかあいつが死ぬな。
Facts, man. That really is a lot of times.
昔3人で3代目のジジイに
まな板つなでが今や巨人。
She's gonna kill him.
美しかったお前も今や50のババア。死に別れた者たちへの思いがその大きな胸に詰まってるかと思うとやりきれんの。
Oh my god.
それはこの先も増える。だがしんみりするのは血と違うの。わしの役目は次の世代のために手本となり手助け。
Pass down the will of fire, yeah.
そのためなら笑って命をか。
Oh, don't you fucking say that.
年寄りのかっこよさというものだろうの。
I don't like that, y'all. I don't like that conversation. Too many implications from that to think about.
どういうことだってばよ。お前は俺を狙ってたんだろう。だったらここで。
もう行く。これから大事な用があるんでな。
Damn it, we're not gonna hear it too.
何だったんだ。
ここも外れだ。どうしたナルト。
いや、
Oh, he's not telling them either.
だったのか。
ちょっとつまずいただけだ。それよりキバ、次の匂いを追ってくれ。
お前、わしに酒癖が悪い。
Damn, bro. She really did herself in. Day drinking too hard, man.
暁、あれほどの者たちをまとめているやつだ。どんだけ強いかわからんぞ。それにわざわざ敵の懐に入り込むようなもんだ。
さて、そろそろ行くかの。
生きて帰ってこい。前にまで死なれたらわしは。
泣いてくれるのか。嬉しいの。何の時ほどじゃねえだろうの。
バカが。
じゃあ、お得意のギャンブルと行こう。お前はわしが死ぬ方にかけろ。
He can't die then.
そん代わりわしが生きて帰ってきた時は。冗談だ冗談。男荒れて強くなる。そんなことは笑い話にするくらいの度量がなければ、ここは務まらん。ネタにするぐらいじゃないとの。
Not take it too personally.
の務めか。
それに幸せなんてな、男が求めるもんじゃないの。
何かっこつけてやがる。
Some romantic vibes going on here.
振られることもできねえくせに。
確かに。
何かあったらガマで連絡をよこせ。私がすぐに駆けつける。
いらぬ世話だ。お前は里を離れるな。今はお前を頼りに里が動いている。
Yeah, that's your duty.
いくらでもいる。
コロコロと里長が変われば里も安定しない。以上のおかげは今里にはいないんだからの。
Yeah, gotta wait for damn Kakashi as Hokage Wild.
お前やけにナルトを買っておるの。まあ、わからんでもない。お前の弟、直樹も恋人だったランも。
Oh, little Naruto.
夢だから。
そしてナルトも同じ夢を追う男たちっちゅうところかの。じゃがの、カカシはともかく首飾りまでやってはいるが、ナルトはまだまだだ。
お前だって大した力の入れようだったじゃないか。
He's definitely grown a lot, man. Even just that interaction with Itachi, you can see his maturity more.
心を思い出しての。
Minato?
港か。確かに似てるな。
港は10年に一度の逸材だ。
Do we know Minato, or is this the first we're hearing of him?
優しい男だったが、
Wait, is that the fourth?
熊に4代目になった。
Minato, we got a name drop, bro. Damn.
あいつがわしの子だったらさぞかし腹が高かったろうの。
そう言われれば、ナルトはそうも似てない気もするな。ナルトは自慢の息子というより、手のかかるやんちゃ坊主だからな。といえば、あれは母親にだからな。
Like his mother?
元渦の国のくの一で
Bro, what's going on?
渦巻き櫛のそっくりだ。
おお
Kushi.
そんな
We got our mother's name?
陰でおしゃべりのおてんばまるで男の子のようだ
Wait. Are they implying that the fourth was the dad too?
ナルトの顔は父親にだな。
だからナルトにはあいつの
Dude, see? It is, isn't it?
孫を見とるようとでも言おうかの
受け継がれているんだな。過去から未来へと。木の葉の石は。
I'm gonna have to go back and read that all carefully. But how I took that just from this is the fourth is the dad, and then they name drop the mother too.
おお行くかのおおそうだ最後に一つ忠告があった根のものには気をつけておけ
No shit.
分かっている。
Fuck Donzo. I was just hoping he would trickle out of the storyline.
じゃあの
I don't really like this goodbye, bro. Like, it seems like they're setting up that Jiraiya might be a goner. Dude, fuck this, dude. No. Oh my god. There's so much, like, loaded energy in all those conversations, bro. Like, nah, I don't like it, man. I don't like it at all. That's making me scared, y'all. All right, y'all, man. What a juicy episode, or set of episodes here. Lots of good lore, some crazy twists, man. Yeah, I really love these episodes. It was, I don't know, anytime you get like so much lore in general, the questions kind of being answered to some degree, it's just so exciting. Like the payoff of waiting this long has just been amazing. Let's start by talking about the Akatsuki, man. Multiple reveals on this front, right? So one, we get a name drop of the leader, Pain, which is funny. I mean, I'm sure y'all saw. Obviously, I've been seeing comments of "You will know Pain," so I'm assuming y'all been referring to the leader of the Akatsuki, though not exactly the leader. And I guess we can talk about that in a little bit. But I don't know. It makes me a little worried too because some play on words here, I assume, with Pain. And he's seemingly going to be coming into the mix to try to capture Naruto. So, I don't know, man. It makes me a little nervous. Cool seeing much more of his face head on, seeing his character design, all like the different like piercings like he has and whatnot. Pretty interesting kind of stylistic choices of his character. And just the name itself obviously has a lot of like undertones to it, you know. But even like almost bigger in my mind is the reveal of the leader, the actual leader, which is Toby, or not really Toby, but Madara Uchiha. Now, I don't quite remember how many times Madara has been mentioned. I know I 100% remember it at the beginning of Shippuden where Sasuke, or kind of not the really beginning, at first episode we see a little bit of it, and then the same kind of scene when we actually see the encounter between Sasuke and Naruto when they're trying to rescue Sasuke. But that scene where the Ninetail talks about Madara a little bit and compares Sasuke to him. But I don't really remember if there was any other mentionings of Madara Uchiha like back in classic Naruto at all. For some reason I feel like there might have been. Maybe not. Maybe the first time we ever got a name for him was in Shippuden, but I don't know, like I'm curious if we ever heard about him ahead of time, like when we got the backstory with the Uchiha clan massacre and whatnot, if any of that was mentioned. But yeah, what a twist that it's an Uchiha, and it makes me extremely curious about what his intentions for Itachi and Sasuke are, because it sounds like he wants, you know, to use Sharingan power to kind of make it the top of the world again. But there's lots of language of like him, you know, I think Pain asked about how Sasuke is doing, like, you know, obviously Madara or Toby was, you know, kind of evaluating that fight, and he says that Sasuke is using Sharingan to like the best of his ability now, you know, kind of monitoring his growth to a degree. And obviously he has Itachi under his wing, or has had Itachi under his wing for a while in the Akatsuki organization. So I'm very intrigued about like what the role of Itachi and Sasuke are to Madara, like how he tends to use them. Is he gonna are they gonna be allies? Like, does he want Sasuke to come into the Akatsuki as well, or like, You know, does he want the Uchiha clan to kind of lead the world kind of thing? Yeah, I don't know. It's really, really interesting to think about. And I want to know about, you know, what level Itachi knows that Pain isn't really the real leader. It's Madara or another figure. Does he know about Madara at all? You know, there's little subtle hints of Itachi's kind of like language in this, in these episodes. Some of his reactions to things that makes me want to theorize that he does know to some extent, such as, you know, when he goes out in the rain and, you know, him and Kasame are kind of having a conversation about him being the last Uchiha, and he says, well, Sasuke's alive, but also, I don't know if that just says, but also, but like, kind of trails off with like kind of like a sequitur that, hey, he might be, you know, he might know of another Uchiha, right? So maybe he knows about Madara. I don't know. Also, the whole encounter with Naruto is a little interesting, right? Like, you know, he just wants to talk to Naruto, one. We don't actually get to hear what he has to say, but it definitely shocks Naruto, and Naruto doesn't share with everyone. So it must be something kind of like cryptic or secretive. You know, Itachi's always kind of been that figure who's been very cryptic and secretive. Like the whole background, the Uchiha clan massacre and all this, it's always felt like, at least to me, my first time going through this, that there's always been a lot more to the story that we don't know about. So I'm kind of trying to connect dots here between what's happening now with Madara Uchiha being introduced, with how that might have impacted Itachi's decision making both now and in the past. Yeah, it just makes me really curious on Itachi's intentions once again. I mean, I've always been intrigued by him, but I want to know so much more, you know? And even like the small thing when Itachi asks Naruto about, hey, like, why are you so attached to my brother? And he says that, well, he's like a brother to me much more than you've ever thought of him as a brother. And he like kind of like, I don't want to say it, like you could call it a smirk, like maybe he's being sarcastic, but it almost looked more like a half smile to me, right? Like that he was surprised / happy about Naruto's response. That might be me coping and hoping that Itachi kind of is going to be more of a, I don't know, like a good guy. I don't know, but he seems to be like a pretty complex character. So we'll have to see. I feel like I can't say anything too conclusive at this point. I also really enjoyed, you know, Jiraiya and Tsunade's interactions and some of their perspective on this village where the Akatsuki leadership is. It's the Rain Village. So we get a name for the village. I think we've heard about the Rain Village before. Like, I'm pretty sure like in the classic Naruto, some of the Rain Village Genin were at the Chunin exams. Like I think those were the ones maybe that Gaara did his like sand burial on the first time, the sand coffin, like the forest of death, and like all their, like, you know, he uses their umbrella to cover their blood coming down on him. I think that was the Village of Rain, but it's interesting because, you know, they talk about how it's a nation split in two. It's you know, two different kind of powers struggling for control, and one of them is the leader of the Akatsuki, Madara, it seems, more so than Pain. So kind of interesting in the lore around it too, right? How it's in the middle of the land of fire, wind, and earth, right? So in like the past and Great Wars, often the village hidden in the rain would be kind of the battlegrounds, right? So that would kind of destabilize the country. So there's a lot of reason why this country would be wanting to get more control, or at least people in the country wanting to get more control over wars and whatnot. So I thought that was kind of like a pretty interesting thing. And once again, I love the village itself. It's such an interesting design, like kind of almost seems a little apocalyptic, or, you know, really foreign technology, but is kind of run down kind of thing, you know? Yeah, really, really interesting design there. But kind of going back to Jiraiya and Tsunade's conversations, one, I gotta say I'm very nervous from it. You know, there's a lot of foreshadowing here. Foreshadowing that Jiraiya's life is at risk with this mission, and that, you know, Tsunade is pretty scared that he won't come back alive. Jiraiya's kind of like accepting the duty and responsibility to take on this dangerous mission, and that his life is worth sacrificing to a degree. Kind of flashing to the third Hokage's head, and the sacrifice he made for the Will of Fire. I'm nervous, really nervous for it. Now, if that bet was made, although the bet never really seemed to be shaken on, that Tsunade would bet that he would die, then I would feel a bit more confident. But it really never, I don't know, they never really consolidated the bet, so, or finalized the bet, I don't know. So I'm a little nervous about Jiraiya in general, like the way that they're setting this up to go, but we'll see. Also, they definitely had some implying that there was some romantic connection between Tsunade and Jiraiya, and I know that Jiraiya asked her out back when they were young. We've had like little funny stories about that. But it's interesting because you see Tsunade's reactions, and she's flushed, and you could say that's from the alcohol, and I think a lot of it is from the alcohol, but there's like a twinkle in her eye, and maybe that could still be flushed from her kind of being a little bashful about the other part of the bet, which would be that if Jiraiya lives, that he's kind of implying that they should get together, kind of thing, right? Or that they should be able to go out. So it's interesting that there's kind of that level of connection that might be there, that that we may or may not get to see. Of course, the last bit of lore we get, and probably just as cool in a lot of ways as the Madara reveal and Pain's names being revealed, is we get some name drops of the fourth Hokage, Naruto's mother, and pretty much implying that the fourth Hokage was Naruto's father. So Minato Namikaze is the fourth Hokage, and the way they were just like, they don't say outright, like, yeah, he was Naruto's dad, but they talked about, oh yeah, like Naruto's really not that much like him, Minato was much more like, one generational talent, very kind, but like, and you can tell from the flashback too with Kakashi that he's like a little bit more mature, I'd say. Now he's older than Naruto is now, but he seemed more mature than Naruto. And they compare that, they say that Naruto's a lot more like his mom. The other juicy lore piece we get, and it's almost, more exciting than even the Madara Uchiha reveal of him being Toby, vice versa, and Pain's name drop, is getting a name drop for both the fourth Hokage and for Naruto's mom, and fourth Hokage being Naruto's dad, I think, question mark. They don't really say it super directly, but how I interpreted it is that Minato Namikaze is the fourth Hokage and Naruto's dad. They're talking about how Naruto's not exactly like his dad. He looks like him, but he's not really, his demeanor is not like him. And they say he's a lot more like his mother, Kushina Uzumaki. And I guess his mother's from the land of Eddies? I don't know. Eddies? But yeah, they say that he's a lot more like, his demeanor's a lot more like his mom, and his looks are a lot more like his dad. And obviously the fourth Hokage has always been, or I've always at least been like, yeah, he looks so much like him. He's got to have some relation to him, or some kind of weird, inheritance of some kind of part of the fourth Hokage. So it seems like, based off how I understand it, yeah, the fourth Hokage is Naruto's dad. Now, an interesting part of this is the fact that they do have different last names. I'm assuming that maybe they had Naruto out of wedlock, right? They weren't married, since they don't have the same last name. Maybe they're just mentioning Minato's original last name. But then again, you would expect that Naruto's mother would take his last name. So very curious on all that. And I'm very curious on where the hell his mother is, right? Like, obviously, we know how the fourth Hokage went out with his sacrifice. So if that's Naruto's dad, he kind of, placed the Nine Tail within his son as part of this sacrifice, as part of this sealing ritual that was done with the Reaper. But I wonder what happened to Naruto's mom. Maybe Naruto's mom died in childbirth, or maybe this all happened around the same time. The very introduction of classic Naruto we got, it's like, it almost looked like Naruto was like freshly born as a baby almost when he got the seal. So I don't know, like, makes me very intrigued about getting a flashback to kind of explain all these little pieces that are still missing. But boy, is it exciting just, you know, kind of getting confirmation of the theory that I've had. Although I almost thought it was like too simple to be that. I thought maybe it'd be something a little bit more, you know, I don't want to say complex, but, you know, keep you on your toes kind of. But then again, I think this is the simplest, but often simple is the right way to kind of connect characters together as well. I think it makes sense, you know, lore-wise in the universe, what the capabilities are. You know, I could always see it, or always could have seen it being like, yeah, when the fourth Hokage sealed the Nine Tail in there, he kind of sealed part of his soul in there, so that's why Naruto, you know, resembles him so much, or reminds people so much of the fourth. But yeah, I think this is a little bit, honestly, more realistic, right? But yeah, I can't wait to find out more about it. I hope they give us a lot more coming up soon. All right, let's go ahead and get into the character ratings. Honestly, like, it's kind of hard to assign the character ratings for this one. So I'm just gonna wing it a little bit. For MVP, I'm gonna give it to Pain. To Pain. I love Pain. Just really cool getting a name drop. What a kind of a daunting name as well. Obviously this connects a lot to like the comments I see of "you will know pain." Like, that makes me more nervous. Like, I feel like that's gonna be a play on words or something with like, yeah, you'll know this character, but you also know the pain that he inflicts or some shit, right? But yeah, I love his design. I think the name's really fitting as well. It's dope. For the best moment, you got to give that to the Madara Uchiha reveal, man. What a twist of Toby being the leader and being Madara Uchiha. I really want to know. Like, I wish I could just like remember or go back and search through the times that name was mentioned, because I feel like I'm missing something that was mentioned about the Uchiha clan history or lore or something. But either way, what a cool reveal. I want to know like how like Toby kind of got more into the mix, like how he infiltrated this way. And I don't know, in the Akatsuki in general, it's just they've almost been playing the Akatsuki members in themselves. It seems like the Akatsuki members don't know that there's a bigger leader above Pain. So the whole like Akatsuki's goals and all this stuff is like needs to be in question too now with what they've hidden from the Akatsuki members, or the direct Akatsuki members, to, you know, kind of this big bosses mentality with Madara. For the funniest moment, I'm going to give that to Tsunade, you know, saying she wouldn't give in to drinking. She's like, oh, I'm the Hokage. I can't be going out drinking during the day. And then it switches to the scene and she's drinking out of the bottle. That was really good. She gets absolutely blitzed. And then for the Sacco, and not too many characters could get Sacco, but, you know, the Foundation was mentioned at the very end. Let's give it to Danzo just because the Foundation was mentioned. Fuck the Foundation. I hate them. Don't want to hear about them. They suck. The fact that they're mentioned means they're probably going to come back in the mix soon. I don't like it. But yeah, y'all, this shit's picking up. I'm really excited for the next few episodes here. I can feel that things are about to explode again. Like, you can just feel the tension building, this information that's being dropped, the reveal of the kind of like the main bad guy now outside of Pain. It's it's just, I'm worried. I'm very worried, especially with the whole Jiraiya foreshadowing as well, like him infiltrating. I'm gonna be very nervous the whole time watching that. But yeah, I appreciate y'all being here to watch with me. I hope y'all enjoyed this one. Comment below if you if you have any information that I should know about, like with the Uchiha stuff. Like, that'd be cool to know without spoiling the stuff that I shouldn't know about yet. That'd be helpful. But yeah, let me know what y'all thought, and I will catch you for the next episodes. Peace.